everyone. Welcome back to the Youngs Podcast. Hello to all you returning beautiful subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. And hello to our new people that are here. For the new people here, my name is Shay.
And I'm Dwight.
And we're the Youngs. We definitely appreciate everyone coming on this journey with us. Shout out to everyone that has followed our Instagram page. And shout out to everyone who has taken the time to subscribe and show support on our YouTube page. We greatly appreciate it. This is officially our second episode. So how do you feel
Number
about it?
2. I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, I think you did an amazing job.
Well, thank you. It's not my comfort zone, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
you did amazing as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think a lot of people were shocked to hear you talk.
Yeah. I kind of get that.
But it was good. You did good.
Yeah.
So we do want to let everyone know who doesn't know that our first episode is live on our YouTube channel, as well as a cute little bloopers edition that we uploaded as well. So if you're interested in watching those and kind of, cracking up with us and seeing all the mistakes we made,
Laughing at us or laughing at me rather,
then go ahead and watch that. I do also want to take the time to clarify something that was said in our last video. So we only have 2 platforms as of now, which is our Instagram. You can find us at the Youngs Podcast. On there, we're going to just post updates, little snippets. If we have guests, if we're not able to post, just important things will pop in here and there, but we definitely would appreciate everyone go over there and follow us to show support on there. And then we also have our YouTube page as well, which is what you're watching us on. And our YouTube will drop every Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
please tune in.
Yes.
Every Tuesday.
If you haven't subscribed and you're watching us, what are you missing? Like, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. Because if not, you won't get notifications that we've posted a new episode. So it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
Subscribe. Yeah. Okay?
Exactly. Exactly. Even if you don't watch it on Tuesdays after you subscribe, watch it Wednesday, Thursday,
whenever
Friday,
you have
Saturday.
free time.
Binge watch later, like it's something on Netflix or something. It doesn't matter, but
So today we're gonna touch on the topic of blended family. That's so common nowadays.
Yeah.
Blended family. And we definitely have a blended family.
We do.
So we have 2 kids. Dwight has a daughter.
Yeah. Her name is Jordan. And she's 6 years old, and she'll actually be 7 next Monday. Mm-hmm. And Jordan is from a previous marriage. And then Shay.
I also have a daughter who is no longer with us. We'll cover that heavy conversation in a later, episode when we discuss grief and loss. But together we do have a beautiful, healthy baby boy named DJ.
Yes.
But who is he named after?
His real name is Dwight Jr. He's named after his father.
His father.
So, yeah. But we call him DJ.
Yeah.
And side note, Jordan did not want him named Dwight.
No.
So I'm just gonna put that out.
She was completely against it. Why does he have to be named Dwight? That's my dad's name.
Yeah. So she wanted him to be named something else, and I can't even remember what the name was.
But I don't remember. It was something off the wall.
Yeah, it was a crazy name. But either way, she calls him DJ, and she's okay with DJ. She just doesn't want to call him Dwight.
Yeah.
She doesn't like the name Dwight, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's so much because it's my name or that name just doesn't do it for her.
Yeah. Because it's dad.
Yeah.
So.
But DJ is 7 months. And just like we said in the previous episode. And
DJ is bringing us to the ringer right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
have had a couple rough days.
Yeah, we're not getting much sleep at all. He's up all day and up all night, and basically he's teething.
He's teething.
Yeah.
And how long would you say he's been teething for?
Ever since he's been born.
And I would agree with that statement. This little boy has been teething for I don't know how long, but it seems like for the past couple of days it's really been severe.
It's been really, really severe.
And there has been no sleep in our household. It's been him waking up cranky. And our son, for those who know him and has been around us, we have a happy baby.
Yeah.
So for him to wake up cranky and to always whine and just whine and just whine and just whine, it's too much.
Yes.
And it's not like him. So we're having a little bit of a hard
A
time.
little bit. A
And we
little
both
bit.
work full time.
Yeah.
And Jordan is in school now.
Yeah. So Jordan just started first grade, and it's a dramatic change from kindergarten because of her having to get up like an hour and a half early now, because the bus schedule was totally different going to kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she caught the bus almost 8 o'clock, or at almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Now she catches the bus closer to 6:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a dramatic change, which means a dramatic change at nighttime with the TV going off and her having to actually go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been a thing. I mean, she's been doing very good with it, but still,
I think she's been doing better than us.
Yeah.
Because I think for us, it's the getting up almost a half hour early for us just to get her there on time. And just everything that goes into the morning routine now is just, whew, it'll wear you out. And
yeah,
you haven't even gotten to work yet.
Yeah. So between Jordan having to get up so early and us having to get up so much earlier,
mm-hmm.
and DJ teething
and not sleeping
for 6 months and something.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, have we even seen a tooth yet?
So DJ, I would say no.
I haven't seen a tooth.
We haven't officially seen a tooth. There's a little piece at the bottom that's like teasing us, but there is not any teeth that have breaking through yet. Yeah. So no. And we don't know how much longer this is going to be, but I don't know how much longer we can do.
Right. So we've gone to the doctor a couple times because he's had like cold-like symptoms or flu-like symptoms, and every time they said because he's teething, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
okay,
and
that's how it's been the past couple of days,
right?
Between the sneezing and the coughing and the runny eyes and whatever else he has going on. Yeah, it's because of these teeth.
It's just been a lot.
Like, to me, I think he should have as many teeth as I have, as long as he's been teething. Like, we should have a full set of teeth, both of us.
Yeah,
but here we are. So,
question, did you have any like variations or like, I guess, were you nervous when you knew that it was time for me and Jordan to meet?
Yeah, I was a little nervous, and mainly because I think I didn't know how Jordan was going to receive you.
Side note, Jordan is a daddy's girl. That's why he's saying that.
Yeah. She is 100% a daddy's girl.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go anywhere, do anything without her being like attached to my hip.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't matter where we are out in public, whether at home, if I'm eating or drinking something, eventually she's going to end up either asking questions, wanting to be right there, on my lap or over my shoulder, or rubbing on my head or doing something while I'm doing something else. So,
right.
I love it, but so, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, babe. Okay. Yeah. Daddy loves you too. Give me a second. Let me put this, fork in my mouth. Let me chew my food before you start playing with my face. But, yeah. Yeah. So, but no, I was nervous just because I didn't know how Jordan was going to receive you. Mm-hmm. You and I had talked, so I knew, how you would receive her. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you worry about the relationship building and everything like that. Yeah. After the fact. Yeah. And, I've been pleasantly surprised since day one. Yeah. What about your variation?
I think I was very nervous just because I've never really been in like a stepmom role. Yeah. And I was nervous because Dwight was like, this is my baby girl. And if y'all don't get along, like, it's going to be something. But I was nervous just because I knew like the heaviness of the responsibility, but also I knew how much Jordan meant to you. So right. I knew it was something big. But once I met her, like, all that went out the window, truthfully, because the first day we met, we were running around like we've known each other forever. She's such a sweet, kind-hearted individual, and she's extremely mature for a 6 going on 7-year-old, sometimes I have a conversation with her and I'm like, how old are you? You know?
Exactly.
So just her being just mature the way she is and just so sweet, so loving, so accepting, that's what I feel like made the process easier. But I think it wasn't until we were going somewhere one evening and it's like kind of registered and really like settled in my mind like, dang, someone is really like following in your footsteps now. And I think we were going to a Christmas event or something for your work or for your job, a Christmas dinner that you put together for your shift.
Yeah.
And I was doing my makeup in the vehicle and we had gotten Jordan like a little Barbie fake, makeup hair set or
Hmm.
whatever. And as we were driving, Dwight was like, babe, look, look behind you. And I look in the mirror and Jordan is literally copying everything I'm doing with her fake makeup. And that like made something click in my mind. I was like, oh man, she's like really paying attention to everything you do. So like
Yeah.
you can't just like say and do whatever anymore because you have someone that's like trying to do the same thing you do.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's when it like really settled in for me. But a part of me was scared because of that. But a part of me also loved that because I kind of, you know, was dealing with that grief.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that like, oh, I have like a little me. So yeah.
Yeah, I think you two really, really hit it off from the beginning. But I
Hmm.
think more so you got closer simply because you had the same interests
Yeah.
and you engaged a lot with Jordan with those interests. And I think
Hmm.
that really opened Jordan up more and
Yeah.
opened your relationship up more. Because if for those of you who don't know Jordan, who haven't had the pleasure of meeting Jordan, Jordan's a girly girl.
Yes.
On top of being a daddy's girl, she's a girly girl. So
Hmm.
she loves makeup, she loves nails, she loves heels, she loves purses, she loves, I don't know, wigs, weaves, whatever. She loves all that stuff. And so Shay is so great at doing makeup and hair and nails and like all that stuff. And that's what Jordan loves.
Hmm.
So when Shay's, in our bedroom at our vanity doing her makeup and everything, Jordan's wanting to come in and wanting to watch her and just
Hmm.
in awe, and Shay puts her in the chair and Shay uses Jordan has like non-toxic, kid
Yeah.
play makeup stuff that looks real, but it just washes right off. And so we let Jordan play with that, and then Jordan has a vanity
Yeah. We
set.
surprised her with that.
Yeah, we surprised her with that one Christmas for her room, and she just uses that nonstop. So all those things just pulled her closer to Shay and Shay to her, and
Yeah.
they just really really hit it off. So I was
Yeah.
very very thankful of that, and I'm still thankful of that. So
Yeah. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of her life because it's healed me in so many ways. And I love that little girl like she's my own.
yeah, yeah, and I definitely can tell that you love her and she loves you, and
Yeah.
I thank you as well because it's been a long journey the
Hmm.
past few years, and I couldn't have done hardly any of these things without you. That's for sure. And a prime example of that is, I used to, at the beginning of our relationship, Shay and
Hmm.
I, a few years ago, when we would uh, have Jordan, and actually, let me clarify that. So Jordan is shared,
Yeah. She shared between two households.
yeah, shared between two households, and so it's supposed to be 50-50 shared custody and shared placement.
Hmm.
Um, Majority of the time we have Jordan Moore, and
That's definitely not an issue. We love having Jordan.
yeah,
And those
yeah,
extra days just feel normal to us anyway when she's not here. It's kind of
definitely.
like awkward, like you said.
Yeah, it's very awkward when she's not here, with us or out with us or whatever. It's very
Hmm.
different, and I was already used to having Jordan with me like 100% of the time anyway,
Hmm.
and she used to being with me 100% of the time. So
Right.
it was an adjustment for both Jordan and I, and it's still a struggle. We just do the best we can, and we look forward to the days that she comes, every week.
Yeah.
And it's just something that you'll never really get used to per se. You just do the best you can, you know. with what you have, and I think that's the place that we're at now. But I was very I've been very thankful that Shay has helped me so much in areas that I really need help in. And just an example of that is doing Jordan's hair. So I would struggle at the beginning of our relationship. Um, just like before Shay and I got together, I would struggle trying to do Jordan's hair, and I didn't get any better really. And
He's not as bad as
I
he
would spend
thinks.
an hour or two or longer trying to, just do simple stuff to her hair. Um, but I'm just thankful that Shay, who watched me struggle like maybe once or twice, and she's like, oh, no, we're not
Yeah,
having this. You're
I
not gonna struggle. I'm right here.
no. And I watched him struggle just those couple of times, and I wanted to like just jump in and just take over, but I was trying to, kind of find my placement, I guess you could say, and also make sure Jordan was comfortable as well.
Yeah.
Um and just those couple of times I'm like, and to me it wasn't the fact that you complained, because you never complained about doing Jordan's hair.
No.
You struggled a little bit, but it was just the fact that you were slow a little bit.
Very slow.
And it took him time, and sometimes in the morning getting ready for work and having to adjust her hair and things like that, it would put him behind, and I'm just like, no, we cannot do this anymore. So it was literally from that day forward I was like, no, I got this. Like, don't, nope, I got it.
Yeah, and Shay is great at doing
I
that.
got it.
For those of you who know Shay and have met Shay, you've probably seen her in a different hairdo every time you've seen her. So, and they all look excellent. But
Thank you, honey.
she's great at doing hair and everything like that. And so the main reason why I would continuously try to do her hair is simply because I didn't want her hair to not be done.
Right.
So a lot of times, when we would receive Jordan or what have you, you know, we would have to make sure her hair was done.
Mm-hmm.
And Jordan's she's a young black girl,
Yeah.
and she's going to school, she's going to daycare, and different things like that. And kids can be cruel.
Very
They can be
cruel.
cruel, and not saying that they would be, but they can be.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times when you have something that just stands out about you that may not be something positive, kids
Yeah.
pick up on that.
Right.
And I don't want to give any, ammunition to anyone else that might make her feel,
Negatively.
negatively, or like she's not beautiful, because she's a beautiful little girl. So why not, add to that beauty by
Mm-hmm.
making sure her hair's done, or her clothes are clean, or anything like that. Anything that a parent who really cares about how their kids look would appreciate. And that was my big thing. So I didn't care how long it took me to do her hair. I wanted to make sure that her hair was done and she was presentable when she went out
Mm-hmm.
amongst anybody, especially her peers, and being that young. So that was very important to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I thank Shay very much for stepping in and helping me, because her hair looks beautiful now. you know,
Mm-hmm.
every single time Shay does it. And I'm just thankful for that. God knows.
So, how did you feel when we found out we were pregnant and having to blend our family, I guess you could say, all over again?
Well, when I first found out, I had, you know, I had all kinds of emotions, because, you have to think about the actual blend of the family and whether or not it would actually work. You're already excited because you're expecting,
Mm-hmm.
but then reality sets in and you're like, okay, well, what's, you know, my daughter gonna think? I
Yeah.
hope she's gonna be okay. I hope it's not gonna be a situation where, it's gonna be jealousy, or it's gonna be this, or it's gonna be that. And, you start to think about those things. But initially, of course, you're
Excited.
excited and
Yeah.
everything. And, that's how I felt. And, just ready to blend our family.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? How did you feel?
Um, I feel like I immediately thought about Jordan, just because Jordan is a daddy's girl, and I
Yeah.
didn't want her to be like upset and like enraged, but that's the complete opposite of Jordan's behavior anyway. Jordan's so calm and just well mannered.
Yeah.
Um, so I was just more so nervous because I know Jordan has been an only child, and just the thought of her having to share you, I think, would scare her
Yeah.
because Jordan don't play when it comes to this man. Okay, she don't care how old you are. She don't care what you're doing, where you are at. Don't play about her dad because you will get it from her. Okay, but I think just her being so mature really made it easy on us. You know, when we found out
Yeah.
we were pregnant,
Definitely.
we waited and we decided to just sit her down and have like a mature conversation because that's her mindset.
Yeah.
So when we explained to her like there's a baby in my belly and all this other stuff at the time, we didn't know the gender,
Right.
but automatically, you know, it wasn't no crying, it wasn't no up, you know, her being upset. She just went into, I guess you could say, like big sister mode.
Yes.
And she's
Immediately.
like, Daddy, you got to get these things. You know, you and Shay can't be just holding the baby all day, passing the baby back and forth. You need to get all these things. So when Shay comes back from the hospital, and at that time, I was only maybe like 1 or 2 months pregnant. And she was talking about the gender reveal.
Yeah. She talked about gender reveal. She talked about setting the baby shower up. She talked
Mm-hmm.
about making sure I put the crib together in the room. She was like, when we're gonna get the nursery together, when we're gonna decorate,
Yeah.
when we're gonna paint, so I can help you paint the nursery. She was just on it, and I'm thinking, what do you know about a gender reveal? You're 6,
Yeah. Like,
but
how do you even know that?
yeah, she was just on top of it.
And she was so excited, like the day we did the gender reveal.
Yeah.
Like she was like, "Okay, are we gonna do it now? Are we gonna do
Yes.
it now?" Like she was just anticipating that, you know. And I loved just the excitement and just the genuine love from day one. It's been amazing, and I feel like their brother sister relationship, although unfortunately they're not able to be around each other every single day, that bond you could tell is unbroken.
Oh yeah, yeah. They have a very, very, very strong bond, and
Mm-hmm.
Jordan loves her little brother. Loves her little brother. She's
Mm-hmm.
constantly wanting to play with him and be with him and sit by him and talk to him,
Yeah.
and just she wants to help in every single way. Every time
Every
we're making
way.
a bottle, she wants to do it. We're changing them, she wants to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I have to tell her, you're not changing them,
Mm-hmm.
but she wants to bath them. She wants to do all these things, you
Yeah.
know, and the majority of them she ain't ever going to do because we're not going to let her.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some of the things that, you know, she does do and we do let her do, and she's just excited to do them.
Mm-hmm.
And more importantly, you can tell by the way she talks to him, the way she, you know, bonds with him and stuff, that she really loves her little brother. And even though he's only 7 months, you can tell that he loves her as well, just by his excitement every time she comes around, and him wanting to gravitate towards her and play with her and everything. And it's just great. It's just
I love the
it's a
bond that they
beautiful
have.
thing. Yeah, it's really a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not only did we blend, you know, our family as far as our kids, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we blended our family as far as the culture as well, right?
Yeah, that's true. I am Puerto Rican, but I was adopted, so I was raised in a African American household,
Yeah.
and Dwight is African American.
I'm African American for those who didn't know.
So, question: when you met
Mhm.
me, and after us having conversation and you finding out my background, my ethnicity, did you think I could cook?
You know, I didn't know, and I didn't really have high expectations just because I didn't want to have a hard fall. I didn't want, you know, so I just didn't know.
Yeah.
But I am sort of like a picky eater,
I think we
you
do have
know?
that in common just a little bit.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a picky eater to the point where I won't eat everyone's cooking type picky eater. Not necessarily I have like maybe only a few things that I eat, you know, because I eat a wide variety of things.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't eat everyone's cooking.
Right.
You know? And surprisingly, well, I wouldn't say surprisingly, thankfully, Shay can cook. Like she can really, 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 really cook. And not only can she cook foods that she was already cooking anyway before her and I got into a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She can cook like any foods that I love myself that she's never cooked before.
Mm-hmm. That's true. There's so many different things that I've never cooked or never tasted that I've cooked and tasted for you. And
Yes.
I'm always nervous. Like, I know Dwight eats a lot.
A
So
lot. Like,
I was always
I don't eat
nervous
all
of
day.
like, is he gonna like my cooking? And I always get nervous like when it's something new that I have to make. I'm like, I really hope he likes it. I really hope he likes it. And like I feel like the perfect example would have to be pretzel salad.
Yes.
Like pretzel
Yes.
salad, I've heard of it before, never cooked it, never tasted it. I've never been one to like fruit in my desserts or anything like that.
Yeah.
But we went to a family event,
Yeah.
shout out to your cousin Shonda.
Shout out cousin Shonda.
She made this pretzel salad that the whole entire family was like crazy about. Everyone was going nuts about. I didn't understand the hype. And from that day forward, Dwight was like, babe, I really want some pretzel salad. I really want some pretzel salad. And I was like, I don't know how to do this. And I was like, all right, babe, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Talked about it for a really long time. And it had to be like a couple weeks ago. We went to the store, got the ingredients, and I was just like, all right, I'm going to watch this video and I'm just going to make it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I made it and somebody ate the whole pan.
Yes. It was great. Great. I ate like 90% of the pan. Like big, long, rectangular pan. Yeah. I just couldn't stop. And I try to eat healthy and try not to eat as many sweets. But the problem is, if Shay makes something sweet, like a cake or something like that, like she often does, rice pudding, strictly for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so she's making these things just strictly for me, and it's like, I just eat them.
Yeah.
And they're great. Like, literally a whole thing of rice pudding just for me. Because she doesn't really eat rice pudding or, like she said, pretzel salad or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I just have no choice.
But the funny thing is, like, I tried the pretzel salad the last night, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so good. I've never had it before. The next morning I get up and all of it is gone. It's all gone. And I was like, babe, where's the pretzel salad?
I couldn't help it.
And it was gone.
Like, I could not help it.
So I feel like I love cooking for you. I love your reaction every time.
Yeah.
And I feel like knowing that is something you love makes me want to just jump into it and be like, all right, well, I'm going to try it. And I don't think it's been a dish that I've tried to cook that you haven't liked yet.
No, there hasn't been, not one. And everything I've asked, from any type of fish to chicken and dumplings to greens to whatever, just great. And on top of that, we have our own, I guess, foods that we eat together now, but it's something that Shay was, the many foods that Shay was already cooking. And perfect example of that is empanadas. Like, something I had never had an empanada ever. A beef empanada, chicken empanada, any of that. I never had any of it. I don't even know if there's any other kind of empanadas, but I know that Shay cooked them, and now I eat them. Like, I eat them faithfully.
Well, there was this local restaurant, right? I don't want to put anyone's names out there, but Dwight's job like brought them to, they were there, and I told him, I was like, babe, I can make those.
Yeah, she did.
And to me, it was like, it's my culture, so I'm gonna make it, because if he's gonna eat it, it's gonna be for me. Like, that was my mindset. I'm like, ain't no woman cooking this for him. It's gonna be me. So I was like determined. I went to the store, got the stuff, and I was like, here you go, babe. And that's another thing that I like. It's a little evil. Why I love cooking, because if I cook something that I know Dwight likes, or like, perfect example, I made fried wingdings, like, the wings or whatever, because we used to get them out all the time. And I made them at home. And every time I make something at home that we once had outside, once we go outside to get it again, Dwight's like, babe, yours was better. And that just like, tickles my
Yeah.
little pickle.
And then I just asked her, babe, can you cook these? Can
Yeah.
you cook
It's
these? Can
exciting.
you
I
cook
love it.
these? But yeah, so the empanadas, like, oh my God. So now I'm up on hot sauce.
Yep.
Like I never used to eat hot sauce before just because it's hot and it's spicy and I just never liked it. But
Mm-hmm.
now I'm up on hot sauce. I put all of my empanadas
He
and stuff,
he
but
uses like hot sauce almost on everything
yeah,
now.
almost on everything now. But she cooks 12, 15 empanadas
And
and
he'll eat the whole pan.
I'll eat the whole pan. The
So
whole pan.
yeah.
Like so that's just, like I said, we've blended not just us
Yeah.
and our kids, but culture as well.
Yeah. And I feel like, before we I guess get ready to end this podcast, I feel like it's important for everyone to know like blended families may seem hard, from I guess like an outside person looking in or maybe someone that's starting on that journey, but it's definitely a beautiful journey. And I'm grateful for the family that I've been accepted into because even outside of the children and like Dwight's special aunts and things like that, his cousins, and so many people have been so receiving to me, so sweet, so loving, and I'm greatly appreciative of it. My family is out of state, so just having the love from his family and just the acceptance has been such a beautiful thing. And
Yeah.
it definitely helps. It gives that extra push, like, that's your motivation, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's such a beautiful thing. And I'm beyond grateful for your family. I'm beyond grateful for our children and the relationship that I have with, Jordan and stuff like that. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah. It's been great. It's been great blending our family. It's been great with, like Shay said, my family accepting her the way they have in the past few years has been really good with our family.
Yeah.
Taking this journey together and
Mhm.
blending together. All right, so I would like to say, for anyone who has any type of reluctancy or any worryation about, blending your family with your partner, I would say just leave it for God. Just give it to God and just pray about it first and foremost, and then secondly, I would say just be positive. Just be positive and keep an open mind. I'm not saying that it's going to be smooth sailing, but like Shay said earlier in the episode, it is more common.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's much more common than it was before, and I would say you can actually ask us any questions you may have.
Yeah, if there's any like questions that you guys have, during, our episodes while you're listening, whether it's something that you've endured personally or if it's questions that you have just in general, you
Yeah,
can always comment below our videos and we definitely pay attention and sometimes we'll comment back. If we don't comment back to you, what we'll start to do is answer those questions in the next podcast in the
yeah,
beginning of the episode. That's what we'll do. So
yeah,
feel free to comment down below. Like we said before, if there's any questions, concerns, if there's topics or anything you guys want us to cover,
yeah.
just leave it in the comments. But positive vibes
Positive
only.
vibes only. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Just make sure you do that. Just
Yeah.
just keep it positive. But like Shay said, we'll try to answer your questions in the beginning of the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I just want to put it out there that we'll answer you in a way that
Work
works
for
or
us.
work for us.
Mm-hmm.
It maybe it's not the best way
Mm-hmm.
for anyone else. Maybe it's not the most perfect way for anyone else, but it's worked for us, and
Yeah.
that's all we can do is just share with you
Yeah.
what's worked for us and hope that it works for you.
Yeah, and again, we just kind of want to reiterate this is our experience. This is what
Yeah,
we've endured and how we've overcome the challenges and tribulations that we've gone through. And like Dwight said, our way may not be your way. Our way may not work for you, but we're hoping that, in doing this we may be able to touch a couple people, and maybe they, maybe even if they just change the way they view their situation and view it in more of a positive way and think, oh, well, they've gone through that, and they've gotten through that, and I'm dealing with that right now, so maybe there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Definitely.
So that's really what our goal is. But we just want to keep everyone encouraged. If you believe in God, that's our belief, and we will talk about that in our podcast. We take it to God, and God is not the author of confusion, as we know. And in everything we do, it's carry it to God first.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that wraps it up.
Yeah.
For, we've talked a little bit about blended family, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that's really just what our podcast is going to be about. I do apologize if you hear any background noises, if it's the kids, if it's the baby. We are full-time parents, so you may hear things in the background, you may not. But I just want to put that disclaimer out there. Again, the links for our pages will be down below. We ask everyone to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and if you would love to comment down below. Our Instagram handle will be linked in the description as well. We want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed and follow us on our platforms. Yeah. And we cannot wait to see you guys next week.
All right.
And we are the Youngs, and we are signing out. Bye.